How's it going, fellow indie game enthusiasts? I hope you are having a wonderful day and you are ready for some roguelike deck building adventure in a dark fantasy world, because today we are playing Monastery. Step into a wild deck builder adventure in the Monastery's shadow. Battle unexpected foes, gather potent loot, and refine your deck. Gear up for the ultimate challenge against fearsome bosses, each with unique tactics. Every playthrough offers a whole new thrill. Are you ready for the showdown? And I have to say, this is exactly true, because I am currently having like 20 hours put into the game, and there was a huge update a few days ago where daggers as an offhand weapon were introduced, and just bringing some extra new playstyle into the game. So imagine Slay the Spire +3 meets a dark fantasy world like Darkest Dungeon, but not exactly, because Monastery has its own world with already published board games and comics, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. So today we are going to dive into the game when I'm starting a new character and showing you the whole game from the start. This is an early access version, so there are some bugs and some content is missing, but we already have a bunch of things to look for. A really nice campaign, bosses, different types of combinations. We have a main weapon, an offhand weapon, we have an armor and a trinket that we can combine. Welcome, fellow traveler. If you like indie games as much as I do, please don't forget clicking all the nice buttons on the screen, because it helps out the channel a lot. And if you are an indie dev who needs their game tested or covered, please send me an email to the email address on the screen. And now back to the game. So let's see, we can choose two genders, of course, male or female. We are always going with a female. Let's choose some cool hairstyle. I have this one, my other character, so I'm just going to go with, for example, that one. Let's go with some outlandish color like purple, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. What about extras? We got a bunch of I had tattoos, paintings. Let's make the most ridiculous one we can. I think we both agree that this is the most ridiculous. Let's go. This looks much better. Yeah, decent one. Okay, and we got some backgrounds that is going to make some difference while we are playing. Keep in mind we can reroll the background later on, but as a starting background, let's choose something. We got the soldier, maximum health is increased by 20. We got the alchemist, starts every run with +2 torches. It's a pretty cool thing. The merchant, bloodshard rewards for successful runs are increased by 5. Acolyte starts every run with a boon token. Maximum health is decreased by 20, so it's like a fair trade basically. The scholar gains 20% more mastery points. The gambler has a +5% chance for every percentage-based check, such as blocks or criticals. We got the Pathfinder, I'm currently rocking this one on my character, gains +1 stamina in the first turn of every battle, it's pretty useful. And we got the Headhunter, gain +1 focus in elite or boss battles. So I'm just going to go with the most straightforward, the soldier, because we need some extra help. For example, let's name a character as the usual one, the Indie Game Alchemist abbreviation, and we can choose our path. We got the adventure, the pain, and the suffering. Normal difficulty for casual players. We got pain as the hard difficulty for experienced players, and we got suffering, hardest difficulty for hardcore players. I am blasting adventure mode on my other character, but I was thinking, let's try pain, because why not? We got extra HP. I got a pretty okay understanding of the game mechanics right now. So hopefully this is not going to be a really boring and annoying episode where I just die and oh boy, I just have to start again. Okay, so tutorial. It is highly recommended to complete the tutorial before jumping into the game. You can also do it later. I'm just going to do the tutorial just for the sake of simplicity, because I really like to show you how the game works, because there are some really cool mechanics in the game, and soon you will understand why I said Slay the Spire +3. So, you draw cards at the start of your turn, their numbers equal to your focus, which is +5 in this case. Each card costs a certain amount of stamina. You have a limited amount of stamina that is refilled with each new turn. So we have the stamina on the lower left corner, what we have for a round, and this is the stamina cost of a card. on the upper left corner. Once you run out of stamina, you can end your turn by pressing the hourglass button here. Enemies will then complete the actions displayed above them. So this guy is going to attack 2, this guy is going to attack 3. Pretty straightforward. For first, so we are blasting the sword, and the sword has one of the main cards as strike, so melee, and we are going to deal 10 damage. If you hover over the cards, you will see what they do. So melee can target one of the first 2 enemies on the side. We have to drag the card to the battlefield, and we can choose a target. So as you can see, first enemy, second enemy. Let's hit the first enemy for 10. You gain a heroic strike charge after every attack, and here comes one of my favorite mechanics, and this is what sets this game apart from other, roguelike deck builders, because for every 4th hit, you will get a heroic strike ability, which is going to deal extra critical chance or stun or trample. We can choose these 3 ones. So this one is a critical chance extra. This is a trample, which means your attacks have trample and heroic strike. Trample means if the first target dies from a certain amount of damage, the remainder of the damage travels to the other character, which is really awesome. And we got stun. Your attacks have stun on heroic strike, which means if we have a big bad foe, for example dealing a bunch of damage or healing or other annoying stuff, we just stun them and they are out of the game for 1 turn. Pretty awesome. Okay, so second attack dealing 10 damage. This is the 3rd one, and when the bar filled up, your next attack is going to be heroic strike. This will have an extra effect chosen by you. We got this one. Critical chance. Let's click it, and the guy is just dead. Okay, victory screen, pretty awesome with a nice fanfare. You found the steel splint mail. It increases your maximum health and gives you access to defensive cards. Hover over the reward icon for more information, then choose a path. So this is the first path, this is the second one. This will give us 1 card and a boon. And this is also 1 card and a boon. Let's go to the left one. Choose a card. So basically every single time if we go to a direction, there will be some rewards. Extra cards, duplication, card removal, boon token, extra HP, torches, you name it. Choose a card. We got Build Rage and Whirlwind. Of course, we can skip those if we don't want to add anything new to our deck, because this is a deck builder game after all, and we want to, keep our deck as clean as possible to have the best cards coming up every single time. So if we do this, we will get 5 HP instead, but we are at full HP at the moment, so I'm not going to skip. So we got the Build Rage, which is a melee card. Deal 15 damage. This card gains plus 10 damage for the rest of the battle. So battle is a, like a bunch of rounds after each other until we take down those enemies or we die. We got the Whirlwind, which has Trample, deals 12 damage to the first enemies on both sides. And we got Trample, which means the damage is going to just, spread. When an attack with Trample kills an enemy, excess damage goes to the enemy behind the slayed one. And, you have to be really careful because deal damage to the first 2 enemy on both sides. Because in this game, we have enemies on both sides, which I think is a really cool idea. It makes us be more vigilant. We can change our directions with the character, where the character is facing, and you will see later on there are like combos that we can do and things that will happen at the end of a turn. So it's really important to choose your facing properly, because it can mean the difference between life and death. Sometimes you are rewarded with boons. They are powerful blessing on you that lasts for the whole run. So we got the Rock. Whenever you gain armor, increase its value by 2, or Might Heroic Strike deals plus 10 damage, which is going to blast those guys in the face. Start the next turn with, battle with plus 3 stamina. This is the resource that we can spend, or we got the Focus. Focus means it's how many cards in our hands at the moment, so I'm just going to go with 3 extra stamina, just in case. As you can see, enemies are on both sides. And according to this one, if we play like a guard stuff, as you can see, armor on the left, armor on the right. So if you play a card to a side, the character is going to face it, but no worries, because We can change orientation with a single click. It won't cost any actions or whatever, so you can do it as many times as you want. So this guy's going to attack for 2 and 3. This guy is 2 and 3. The only thing we have, which is not clear at the moment, I talked to the devs, they are working on it, which is we have like weak. Okay, but what does weak mean? I know this is a weak enemy, but what is the mechanical thing behind it? So there are some like, you know, inconsistencies in the game at the moment because, as I mentioned, this is an early access, but it's really important. If you like the game, you can shape its future by, you know, giving feedback to the devs, so don't forget that. So let's go melee attack, hit this guy, hit this guy again, and now we have 4 armor here and 4 armor here, so our facing is not really important at the moment, so let's end turn. This guy is going to hit for 3, but we block it, and we just, you know, get damaged by 1 because the attack has exceeded our armor rating. Okay, so now we got a heroic strike ready, so I'm just going to choose trample, and since this one is going to deal 22 damage, I'm just going to lay back and kill most of the enemies. This doesn't really mean anything. This is just a habit that I got from playing the game. I usually just put everything back to crit strike because that's the main one we are usually using, in my opinion. And of course, if the situation is somewhat different, you can adjust those based on that, but I always have this on crit. So let's hit this guy, and with that one, they are not going to attack. What they're going to do is summon a barricade before the first brigand on this side. Special ability, when a brigand enters play, they summon a barricade before the first brigand on their side. Okay, I'm just going to hit this guy on the face. Let's end the turn, and now he's summoning the barricade, so I'm just, you know, hit it down. We got the crit strike, and this guy is just done. Really cool. We got the shield. You have found the iron buckler. It increases your block chance and lets you gain retaliation. Retaliation is pretty awesome because this is going to increase our damage for a round. Torches can be used to reroll reward and to discover cards and events. So here we will have 5 torches, adaptation, and 1 card, and the other on the same side. So let's go to the right, you know, just for the sake of fun. 5 torches, increase max stamina, and increase focus by 1. Adaptation lets you upgrade your focus, how many cards you draw, or your stamina. I'm just going to upgrade the focus by 1 because we need more cards at the beginning. And now we have the armor base skill. This one is for the sword, and this one is for the armor. We got like armor 8 and +2 stamina in the next turn, marching. It's a pretty cool one. I'm just going to choose that. And we just, you know, wandered into a trap, so we can choose 2 things. Lose 15 HP. Our current HP is 219, so losing 15 HP is not a big deal. But getting a misfortune card is something that is basically, you know, just clatter. It's going to mix up your deck, which means that you are not getting the wanted cards as much as you want, and they are going to cost at least 1 stamina to get rid of them. So I'm just going to lose HP because it's much easier and much better this time. And let's go for the third combat. As you can see, we got battle, it's the third, and we got this the first turn. Okay, so this guy's going to attack for 2, 3, and this guy is making a barricade. So what I'm going to show you is blocking. So since we have the shield, there's a block chance. Chance to avoid frontal attacks resets at the start of the turn. So remember I mentioned that facing is kind of important. So if at the end of the round you are facing foes attacking you, you have a certain chance, a percentage, that you can block those attacks. We have 25% for doing so. I'm just going to increase it to 45%, so it's like, you know, half of chance that we can, you know, just block those attacks. I'm just going to hit this guy, and, you know, let's just kill him. and add some guarding, and you will see how this works. You can turn your character to face the other way. Block is only active if the direction you face. So let's see about the chance. And we blocked some. Really cool. Gain 1 retaliation after each successful block. Attacking activates retaliation, and until the end of the turn increases all damage done. That retaliation resets. So this is a pretty cool one. And now we have extra 1. So we are going to deal more damage. As you can see, this card deals 10 damage by default, but thanks to retaliation, we got 11. So for marching, we could have like 2 extra stamina in the next turn and 8 armor. So I'm just going to play this one just in case. And I want to show you how the retaliation works. So this guy gets 11. And for the last one, so this side would deal more damage than this one, but we already have armor on this side, so I'm just going to change my facing and just add some blocking. Let's see how it goes down. I already have the game on the fastest, like animation speed, but we can just, bring it down. This is the third one. This is the second one. And that's the third one. I usually play on the fastest. Animations are not, crazy fast. You can still follow how the game works. After a few runs, I'm pretty sure that you will increase game speed yourself as well. So let's deal the whirlwind with the trample, which is, sorry, we don't have to use this because it already has trample. So trample and trample is not going to stack. So just going to go with crit and trample, and let's see. Pretty awesome. So this guy can go down. This guy also goes down. Let's hit this guy above the barricade. I mean, behind the barricade, since strike hits the first 2 enemies, and barricade would not stand a chance. So here we go. Click the torch button to discover what event the pathway hide. Cost 1 torch. Heal 20 HP, lose 2 torches, heal 40, get 1 misfortune card, heal 50, lose 15 HP, gain a boon token, lose 5 HP, gain 3 torches, and 2 card rewards. We're just going to go here. We need, I don't know, whirlwind is pretty awesome. And we can choose an upgrade. So if you upgrade a specific piece of equipment, it will give you a really cool mechanic that goes pretty well with your deck's already working mechanics. So I highly recommend choosing an item upgrade most of the time. Item upgrades are passive skills like boons, but they belong to the equipment you are wearing. So start each turn in guard stance and gain 20% block. The only thing I miss from here is the tooltip, because if you don't get what guard stance means in this case, because you haven't played the game, you don't know what what guard stance stands for. Okay, that was funny wording, but you understand. So a really nice tooltip would be awesome if you hover over and guard stance, just like with cards. Start each turn in berserk stance and gain 1 power, and your current and maximum health are both increased by 50%. This is a really great thing because there are games where only your maximum health is being increased, but you are not getting healed by the same amount. But here, that's not the case, so huge props to the devs. I'm just going to show you the guard stance. And we got the Brigand Camp. Lose HP, gain a boon token. Lose HP, gain torches, card rewards. Let's go with boon token, because boons are also really cool in this game. And I usually hunt for them as much as possible, because they give you like really awesome stuff, just like the might. Okay, so you can use a torch to discover the top 3 cards in your deck, then choose 1 to draw and discard the rest. Also a really great feature. You have torches, and for torches you get the 3 top cards, you get 1 and you discard the others. So this means that you won't be able to just get these cards until you reshuffle the deck. But this can change the whole round for you, because, for example, if you just draw a card that enables a really different tactic for you that you're looking for, and everyone is just extremely happy. So let's go with marching. And I did a wrong thing because I just placed the card to the wrong side of the character. And now we got armor on a side which is not relevant at the moment. Might be okay, you know, after a few rounds because enemies will spawn there as well. Who knows? But I screwed up. So we got the guard stance. Stances are, you know, appearing above the character. Plus 10% block and armor gain is increased by 1, but you cannot deal critical damage. Stacking guard grants you armor 1 on both sides. So in this case, we cannot use the critical chance upgrade, or we can use it, but it won't happen. So I usually choose trample and stun or stun. So you will see. So these guys are going to deal 2, 5, 11 damage. So what about just stacking the... Yeah, wait, what? What happened? Why didn't I get the armor here? Okay, never mind. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's go. They're just going to hit. Hopefully we block everything because we got 55% chance of blocking. So no armor is wasted because these guys are here. But let's see guarding. Okay, yeah, I should have, you know, placed my card here. So that was my bad. Okay, so we are just going to use all the cards because we have a bunch of stamina. This guy goes down. We have armor here, but not enough armor here. So block, 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 and 85% chance of blocking. So let's see. Will random favor us? Yep. Really cool. Other enemies, so armor is working properly. So what we're going to do is do an extra attack. And then we have Whirlwind, and since Whirlwind is doing trample by default, I'm just going to turn on stun, and let's see what happens. I was not able to stun these guys because they went down, so that's not a problem. So, you know, let's take down this guy. And we got a bunch of armor here and also a really nice amount of block chance, so let's see what happens. Awesome, we blocked everything. So let's strike this guy. Goes down because of the retaliation extra we have. You know, let's go with trample. But for... Oh, we do not have any extra attacks. Oh boy. Guard. Guard. Should have been used as, but I was, you know, waiting for if we can do like a critical strike, or sorry, like a heroic strike with that, but you know, our armor is doing the job, so no problem. So let's do a strike. This one goes down, and now we're winning. Woohoo! And everyone is just taken down. Pretty cool. Stash unlocked. You have arrived at the Monastery, your base of operation. This is where you manage your items, track your mastery progress, and start runs. So, this is like a meta progression type of stuff in this game. We have like a base. We can start a run here. This is the inventory. We can choose our items, and there are cards associated with those items. So we can see the background here. We also see the portrait, main hand, offhand, armor, trinket, and ring. So we got swords unlocked at the moment. We can choose from 3 different ones. We got the steel broadsword, which you will see strike. If we choose the rapier, we have different main hand cards. We got the swift thrust and we got the touche. And we also have a cutlass type of stuff where we deal with the crimson cut and the open cut. I'm going to show you the cutlass because I think bleeding is extremely cool in this game. A bunch of status damage that we are dealing. What about the offhand? So we can have like shields and we can have daggers. So shield is a blocking one, as you saw. Like game 1 retaliation, after each successful block, attacking activates retaliation, and until the end of the turn increases all attack damage done. Then retaliation resets, and we got buckler, gain a 25% block at the start of the turn. So there is an active and there is a passive ability, or like passive and less passive ability. Let's go with that. But what about daggers? It's just, you know, came out like a few days ago. I blasted this a lot. I'm not a huge fan of daggers and like poisony, stealthy builds, but in these types of games, I just extremely love when, you know, like status type of damage just stacks together, and as you can, you know, predict, like bleeding and poisony stuff is going to do pretty well. But this time, the fast knife is not going to poison, but you will see it later. So playing a card generates one combo. Combo resets at the start of your turn. Cards that consume combo does not generate it. Sorry, don't generate any. At the end of the turn, a finishing move is performed in the direction the player is facing. So facing is really important this time as well. And we got the Bollock Knife. Finishing moves deal 1 damage for every 4 combo, begin each battle in stealth, and +1 stamina. Stealth is also a stance, which will give us extra damage. There are some mastery stuff, and there are the cards associated with the different types of weapons and armor and items. So as you can see, 4 types of stuff is logged at the moment, so future updates will bring interesting things. You can later use the mirror to change your character's appearance and background. And we can have like a shop here, so you can spend shards in the shop to buy new items. Click the stand to see what's for sale. So here's the shop. Currently we have like 0 shards. Blood shard is the currency in the game. So we got the broadsword of parry, we got the sharp dagger, we got the plate armor of defiance, and we got the ring of protection. Start every battle with 1 protection. Heavy armor. Gain benefit point after playing heavy armor or weight cards. Once you reach 5 point, gain 2 armor on both sides and 3 thorns. We got the sharp dagger. Playing a card generates 1 combo. Combo resets at the start of your turn. Cards that consume combo don't generate any. And the throwing dagger is finishing move applies poison for every 5 combo. Sharp dagger is extremely great. And as you can see, here is a small lock icon, which means that we can lock down the item, and after, if you know, we go back to the shop after a run or something like that, we can just have that selected item if we have enough shards. So this is our HQ, and now we are going to start the first run to see how the game plays. This is a difficulty level. The number of skulls represent the level of challenge in this area. So we got the ruins, we got the forest, and we got the mines. So I'm just going to start with the ruins because we are already playing on normal. So we got the Undertaker, the Ghoul Queen, and the Giant Mutant. So let's go with the Undertaker. If we click the little parchment icon, this is going to flip and we can read a small lore piece about said boss. The Undertaker was always just doing his job, putting the dead into the ground. However, when the dead began to crawl out, madness darkened his mind. Since then, he prefers to dig up the dead, as that is now the order of things, though these corpses are somewhat different. Let's select, and we got the twins as a mini boss or something like that. The twins, the patch, together in life, together in death. These ghouls are inseparable and have developed their combat strategies together. They surround humans with dirty tricks. And if one of them dies, well, be prepared to face the wrath of the surviving twin. After being fully connected, separation is painful. This pain fuels revenge, which is even stronger than before. So, you know, as I mentioned, there are some lore parts that are coming from the word, a kind of well-established word. It's called Unseen Domains. Okay, so choose a card. Armor up. Double your armor, lose all armor in the next turn. I'm not a huge fan of this, by the way, but we got extra cool offhand cards like Cascade. Cards generates +1 combo this turn. And we got the Multi-Sting, which is a melee, deals 5 damage, momentum +1, and multi-strike. So melee can target one of the 2 first enemies on the side. Multi-strike strikes enemy multiple times, and momentum every card played earlier in the turn grants a bonus to the card. So I'm just going to go with Cascade this time. We got Slam, melee deals 20 damage, push, and weakness 5. So push moves a target to the last position, and weakness, attack damage dealt is decreased by weakness, decreased by 1 after each strike. We got In the Dark, starts every turn with 2 combo, and we got the Vigorous combo, which is increase your finishing move damage by 3, or poison by 1 with Throwing Dagger. So finishing move is what happens at the end of the turn. And this one is a talent card, and talent cards are passive skills. So once you play the card, you will see the active talents that you are having, and basically this is like an extra mechanics to your deck or your current run, or sorry, more like current fight, because you can build on this. So let's go with that. So we got the Crimson Cut, which deals 4 damage and 4 bleeding, and we got the Open Cut, which is bleeding to 10 on a bleeding target, so which is a really awesome combo. Let's go with this one, and plus 10 bleed, so this guy is going to get 14 damage on the next run. But we got a taunt, which is if there is a taunt unit in the first position, targeting abilities must include the taunt unit. So this guy is here, but unfortunately I cannot attack it because the Volker has taunt. What about this one? Called Reckless, moves toward 1 position at the start of the turn, but he's already in the first position, so cannot do that. We got the first position. In effect, while the unit is in the first position, inflicts 1 acid, which is really bad. And acid, lose armor on both sides equal to the number of acid stacks. If there is no armor left on either side, take 1 damage, decreases by 1. Pretty annoying stuff. So let's go. We do not have any talent points that's going to, like, talent cards that's going to affect our run here. So I'm just going to do, and we got extra combo points. Here we got 4 combos, so as you can see the finishing move is going to deal 1 damage for every 4 combo point. But here we have a melee double stab, which is dealing 1 damage but multi-strike 2, so this one is going to deal 2 damage. And then let's go for a guard, and it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to apply attack on this guy. So as you can see, 2. And if we end the turn, this guy is being damaged for 2. Bleeding is happening at the beginning of the turn, just like other status type of damage or damage over time thing, and this one decreased by 1 after a run. So we got the Vigorous combo, which is a talent, and this will increase our finishing move damage by 3. This is the Fade, which is we're drawing 1, enter stealth. If you're already in stealth, draw +1 instead. So let's draw 1 and enter stealth. Stealth is extremely cool. Your melee single target attacks can target any unit and ignore taunt. My favorite part. You can't have armor while in stealth, of course. Why would you? And stacking stealth will grant your next single target attack +3 damage. So we are just going to turn to this guys because I can ignore the taunty guy here. So what's going to happen is let's deal 4 damage and extra bleed to this guy. He's going to go down. So I'm just putting the Vigorous combo because in this case we got 1 combo point, and then added finishing move attack extra to the already present one. So 1 + 3 is 4. So we're going to deal 4 damage to these guys at the end of the run. And I'm just going to do a double strike. This guy dies, and he won't, but you know, it's cool. We got 1 acid, so it took our armor down. So let's go Fade again into stealth. Extra multi-strike, and Crimson Cut, and this guy ends here, just like this. Okay, so game is quite fast, but after like a few battles, there will be a bunch of enemies, so it is getting fairly tactical after a while. So as you can see, we can choose a torch to see what happens in the next path, but I'm not going to do this one. So we got 3 cards as a reward, 2 cards and 2 torches. I really like to have torches, so this is where we go. So Blood Fury is a talent. Under 50% health, you deal +2 attack damage. Under 25% health, you deal +4 damage. When you gain armor or thorns, gain 1 more. We're not using a thorns type of build at the moment, but armor is there as somewhat an important factor. I'm just going to go with Blood Fury. And we got the Aggression Cascade, we already know this. Is a talent for 0 stamina, and we get +25% critical damage. So here we go, Aggression and some torches. Wooden Shack. Get 1 weight card, heal 20 HP, and gain 2 torches. Get 3 weight cards and gain an item upgrade, which is extremely great. So I'm going to risk the weight cards. They do nothing, but they cost 1 stamina. Your current and maximum health are both increased by 50. No. Attack cards have momentum +1 damage. Begin every turn in stealth, +2 stamina at the start of the battle instead of 1. Extremely cool. We need stealth at the beginning because it is just really, really awesome. So as you can see, we have the Fate card, and if we are already in stealth, there is a stack extra, and we also got like extra card. So how about going with the bleedy damage and the open cut, add extra for the finishing move. This guy now dies, hit this guy, and I'm just going to blast the weight card because as you can see, it also bumps up the combo. So if you have a weight card in your hand, no worries, because if you are rocking like a dagger, you can use it to your advantage. If you are near to like a next tier in a finishing move and you have stamina left, you just use the weight card and here we go. Or the armor can do like extra weight card combos. Let's use the torch because we got a bunch, and let's just have like an extra card. We had 1 stamina. So what we can do is like a crimson cut. I'm just going to, or maybe some extra crit. I'm not exactly sure. Because if we do, we will deal more damage. So I'm just going to go with the Crimson Cut. And let's hit this guy for 4. And now we are dealing 5 damage as a finishing move. So here we go. This guy goes down in the next run. So let's go Cascade. Blood Fury as a talent. So we are dealing more damage after a specific amount of HP. So this guy goes down, not going to worry about it. So here we go, 4 damage. Oh, it have been better, but no problem. Because we are using the weight card, so more attack, they die. And if I push the armor here... oh, we cannot get armor in stealth. My bad. Never mind, they die. And here we go. Okay. So let's go like Crimson Cuts, Open Cuts, wait, and we are dealing extra damage. And he goes down. And that's it. So this is how you put combinations together in Monastery, and I think this is really cool. Easy to grasp at the beginning, and of course you can develop better combos or more complex combos at the end. So Armor Smiths, gain armor to have equal amount of both sides, draw 1. We got Bleed Them Out. This is a really great card. All attack cards gain plus bleed for this battle. It's my favorite, so I'm just going to choose this one. Aggression we already have on guard. Armor 1 on both sides, guard stance, and duplicated. So this one would overwrite our stealth, so I'm not going to do that. Whirlwind is already known, but I'm just going to go with the critical one because I really like to stack 0, cost cards because they feel just extremely good. Gain the resurrection token. The first strong enemy in each battle will resurrect once. This is a fair deal. We can, like resurrect once to be able to complete the run, but every single time a strong enemy will recover. So I'm just going to scry. This is how you call when you use a torch. So let's give all attack cards gain bleeding 2 for this battle. So this is getting much better already. So we are in stealth, so I don't have to attack this guy. And let's see about the other ones. So we get special ability, gains 2 power when under ghoul dies. And power, attack damage dealt is increased by power, decreases by 1 after, you know, a strike. So what I'm going to do is hit this guy again and again and give the vigorous combo stuff, and I'm just going to stack a bunch of stuff, but that's not going to happen because we are in stealth, so that's my bad. Would be nice to have like a small icon that says next to stealth that like an armor and crossed with like an X or something, but you know, small UX and quality of life features, but I'm pretty sure they will add it soon if you know, we tell them. So since we got stealth already, I'm just going to get another card, but card generates +1 combo this turn, so in this case we have 4. So the rule of thumb, look through your cards, let's see if something gives you a upper hand or an edge, play it first, and then maybe your cards are getting some extra. You get the gist, pretty sure. Blood Fury, maybe no, because we are pretty okay with HP. Really close to a heroic strike, so I'm just going to smack this guy. We are in stealth, so no problem. This will die if I use this. So I'm just going to do a damage on this guy. An open cut and a double strike. And Blood Fury is not a problem anymore because we cannot have like extra finishing move attacks. We will get a bunch of damage, but this guy dies, and that's it. So we have like 6 damage, incoming damage. So here we go. Great. This one, you know, just resurrects because we have the resurrection token. So extra crit, bleed. Let's go with a weight one, and whatever we can do, like this guy. Should we scry? Yes, why not? Was not the best idea, doesn't really matter. Should have chosen the other one, but no problem. So as you can see, there is plenty of room for errors in this game, even in normal difficulty. I'm not sure about the biggest one. I'm pretty sure it is more punishing than this one, but you know, you don't have to sweat really about the game. The main goal is to have fun and, you know, have a nice progression. So this guy dies if I turn there. Almost. Damn it. Really, I really have to use this. Okay. Because in this case, he's going down. Awesome. So I have 3 damage. Now we got 2 thorns, so they will get damaged if they hit us. So let's go for extra card. Whoops. Should have used Cascade first. So there are plenty of things that you should look out for in this game. Let's go with a double strike. So now he dies. I can go with a Crimson Cut for like an extra crit. And, you know, another one. And this guy goes down, and this guy also goes down. So here we go. So pretty great combo with the Cutlass and the fast dagger. And, you know, imagine unlocking different types of weapons, combining them together, you know, it's a lot of fun. So if you want to have heal back, let's skip this one, but vigorous combo is definitely something we need. And Rumble, no, you know, more vigorous combo because talents can sack. So thanks to 2 boon tokens, we can get like a boon. You starter attack cards deal +4 damage and have plus 10% critical chance. Always discover both paths, and Crossroads Scouting grants you 3 torches. And we got Smoke. The first time you empty your hand, each turn draw 2. So I'm just going to go with the Bishop. We got the wooden altar. Lose 1 random card, heal 25. Lose 1 random starter card, gain 2 torches. Lose 2 random no starter cards, get a boon token. And I always like to gamble this, so we are just going to get for a boon token. Okay, so Cascade immediately to get more stuff. Let's go Bleeding. And Vigorous Combo for the finishing moves. Maybe Scry a bit. Yes, let's go with double strike. This guy goes down, extra hit. No guarding, because we can use it, but yeah, okay, that was a good idea. So what about this one? Special ability. Heals a quarter of its missing health when the player loses health due to acid. And currently we do not have like acid damage. Oh no, this guy is going to do acid, so damn it. Okay. Yes, so healed back 1/4. So let's go and use aggression. Blood Fury maybe. I don't know. Let's go with the stealthy one. So we are drawing. Okay. So this guy should go down immediately. This triggers under 50% HP. So double strike. So like bleeding 6. Damage water strike 2, but we get a crit. I don't know. Let's go with crit. No problem. Wait. And wait. This guy dies. I don't care about this guy. You know, let's turn, because 4 damage to 3 targets instead of 1 is, I think it's a better idea. So this one just, you know, resurrects. So how about, yeah, now let's go with Blood Fury. Crimson, open cuts. An extra talent, so we are getting more finishing moves, and I guess that's great. So now we are getting a bunch of damage, and this is the 4th battle out of 10, so interesting things can happen. Here's a bar above that shows you the character, the background, the current health, the crit chance, the critical damage chance, turn, the battle. There's a fatigue thing, which I think would be better, you know, displayed on a better place, but after like the 10th run you suffer from fatigue, taking damage at the start of every turn. Fatigue damage increases by 1 after every turn, so we will get more fatigue damage. Here are items and boons and all the cool stuff, and here is the talent button that we can open and close with the click. I like to have them open because I can check what happens, and I suggested to devs that maybe it would be awesome to have the talents just go horizontally and open after the first talent card we get, so we can just hover over and check, because in this case, if enemies are getting more and more, they will block out some of the enemies, so we have to click on it. So, but you know, that's just a personal thing. So let's see, this guy has a bunch of bleed, so I just have to make it die. Let's go more attack, like a double stab with a crit. They don't die, so that's a problem. But you know, I cannot get anything back from my remaining cards. So this guy goes down. This guy goes down with the finishing move and the thorns, and I get a bunch of damage, but doesn't really matter because I want them to. Oh boy, 1 HP left. No, almost. Okay, so this guy, you know, let him do what he wants to do. A bunch of bleeding thing. Do a stab, and I also have like a wait, so I just use it, and another one, so more finishing moves. This guy is already dead, this one dies, and we deal 9 damage, so this guy also goes down, and all the cool stuff. And here we go. So Cascade, extra combo. Let's do like a, I don't know, this one. We cannot use this because there is no bleeding person. So, you know, this one, oh boy, this one lives for like 1 HP. No problem. As you can see, acid is ticking down by 1. So the good thing is that if a huge acid stack is there, we are not getting damaged by the number of a stack, so just gradually by 1. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't really matter which card I play, they just go down. So we are halfway. So what about if we're scouting? We get 3, so that was like that. Always discover both paths, and crossroads scouting grants you 3 torches. Maybe I'm not getting this right, but let's go scout. No, we already have this, so I cannot scout. Lose 4 torches, lose 4 torches, get 1 weight card. Next battle, +1 stamina and focus. Not bad. Heal 20, gain 2 torches, heal 35, heal 10, and remove 2 cards. I'm just going to choose this one because item upgrade is always really cool. So decrease every health loss or damage you would suffer by 1. Pretty interesting. But I'm just going to increase my current health. And we got 2 torches and 20 HP. Really good. Okay, 5th battle. No guarding this time. So I'm just going to do... Can't we scry? Yes, let's scry. Here is the mini boss type of guy. So I'm just going to go as aggression. These are kind of annoying, but this guy will deal more damage. So vigorous combo, let's do the weight one and the combo. And you know, I just play these cards, but no, we won't get any extra. So 4 damage, here we go. Acid, and we got like weakness. Weakness decreases our damage output, so it's not the best. But it goes down after each strike, so not the best. So Blood Fury, you know, let's just go with that one. Another Crimson Cut, so this guy goes down, and the weight, and yeah. Okay, let's face them. Let's go Cascade, bleed them out. Vigorous combo, so we got like 2 times, so increasing by 6. We got like a weight because it also increases the finishing move, and I just hit this guy, and this is going to deal a bunch of damage, but you know, no problem. I think we are pretty okay, and since we got Blood Fury, we are dealing more damage, which is a really good thing. Click Fade, so I have more cards. And I'm just going to get rid of... So maybe if I get rid of this guy first, with a nice bleeding attack, and use weight to deal more. So this guy is dead, and this guy also dead, so I think this is the best way to face at the moment. Of course they do this as the sneaky. At the start of its turn, it moves to the first position behind the player. So facing the opposite side against these guys is kinda cool, but we will see. So bleed them out. Let's go with like this one. Open cuts. You know, I just do with this. Go with this one. This guy also getting damaged. But the thing is, if I just, you know, face there, I won't be able to do the finishing move on them, so you know, I just stay there and take the damage from behind. Okay, let's go Fade, double strike, Crimson Cut. Okay, I'm not going to bother with this guy anymore. Extra crimson, and here we go. And don't forget, because if we, you know, just take down this guy, this means the other one will vacant, so pretty brutal. Wait, yes. Yeah, let's just play it. Doesn't really matter. But the nun is also here, so bleed, attack, attack, wait. Here we go. And thanks to the bleeding, they go down. So next battle, non-walker enemies have a 25% chance to summon a walker on death. Enemies have thorns, lose 2 torches. We get 3 extra torches and 3 30 HP. Here, 1 card and a boon token. Nothing happens. If you have a boon token, lose it. You have a boon token, gain another one. I'm going to go this way. I know here we could get a boon token, but here we get extra torches and health. And if you have a boon token, gain another one, and 2 boon tokens means a boon. So diamond, decrease every health loss or damage you would suffer by 1. Pyre, gain 2 torches immediately and 1 at the start of each battle. And whenever you gain armor, increase its value by 2. We're not getting armor since we are blasting the stealth stance. So I'm going to go with the torchy torch. Aggression, cascade, blood fury, why not? Vigorous, bleed. So let's just go with that one. And we are dealing a bunch of damage because of the talents that we are having, which I think is really great. Okay, so we cannot use guard exactly. So let's go with a scry. Go with this one. We are hitting enemies with bleed much better. So 4 extra damage to these chickeny guys. When it loses health for an attack, it moves to the last position on the other side. So they are little chickens. Okay, let's go with this one. Vigorous combo extra. We are not having bleeding enemies, so that's quite bad, but I'm just going to scry. But now we will have bleeding enemies, so here you go, my friend. A bunch of attack on these guys. So this one dies. I just killed these 2. And we are blasting a huge AoE type of damage, like multi-targeting, which is one of my favorite things in any type of game. Bunch of enemies, bleed. Let's go. Hits that one. Crimson cut on that one. Maybe an attack on this one. Should I scry? Yes, let's go. Let's go with fade. Ah, awesome. Here we go. Bunch of 7 damage, so these go down. And annihilate 3 enemies with 1 finishing move. This is a really nice achievement we just got. Okay, open cut, no. So like this one, this dies. This one, this is also dies. You know, let's cry. Crimson cut, really good idea. Extra, bleed. 7 damage. They die, they die. I don't care about this one. Well, it doesn't really matter. So for first, it maybe seems confusing because why didn't they die before these guys attacked? Because the game goes like one side, fully resolved, then to the other side. So extra bleed. This guy is already dead. This guy's already dead. You know, let's go with a wait card. And they just die like this. Pop, pop. Woohoo! So yeah, we have like 100 HP. So we need something extra because the hard part will be after this one. So lose 1 torch, extra health, lose 3 torches, heal 25 and gain acid immunity for the run. This is really great. So we get a boon. The first 3 starter cards you play in a battle are removed from your deck for the duration of the battle. The first non-talent card you play each turn is returned to your hand, and whenever you gain thorns, increase its value by 2. Let's go with the 3 starter cards. Maybe that was the worst idea, but we are getting healed by 15. Lose 1 torch, and I think acid immunity is something we need, so no scrying this time. So let's hope for the best. Cascade. Another fade. Let's go with Crimson Cut. Brutal Cut. Wait card. That's it. You know, let's use the last torch. And of course aggression for the different rounds. So this guy dies. Next time this will be resurrected, unfortunately. So, okay. Blood Fury, combo. And I don't know. Let's hit this guy. And we are dealing a bunch of damage to them. So maybe now this takes a little more time to get our combos together, but when we get it, it will do nicely. This guy dies. Maybe I should get rid of this guy first. I don't know. This one also dies. No, just in case we are dealing more damage. So this one goes down. If I turn here, this one also definitely dies, so maybe that's a good idea. So talent cards are doing their jobs really nicely, so bleed them out once again. Extra damage. Wait, block, but just for the finishing move. Maybe that's not going to happen, but we also have like a resurrection stuff, so we will see. Also Cascade, bleed them out. Brutal Strike, this guy comes back, but no problem, because we are dealing a bunch of damage to them. I guess we will need the resurrection stuff, but we will see. So like, hit this guy, this dies. Double strike. This one also goes down, so like wait. We have extra finishing thing. Okay. I think we are kinda safe to say that that's in the bag. This one dies. Who cares about this? Okay. Pretty cool. But we need something to heal us after this combat because, well, yeah. So bleed and poison and all the cool stuff are really great in the game, but you really have to like look out for the other ones as well. But of course there are different types of combinations, builds, whatsoever, so you can choose what you like. All your attack cards have bleeding 4. All attacks have a momentum. Whenever an enemy takes bleeding damage, heal 1. And this is what we are going to choose. Final extra blood shards, but I'm just going to heal 30 because I really like to take down the boss if this is possible. So this guy will come back. Haha, let's go. You know, let's cry just in case. Extra crit. Rims and stuff. Okay, let's go. Wait. Deal the damage. 2 damage, 3 damage. But we are getting healed back thanks to the bleeding stuff. Okay, no problem. Crimson cut. Okay, kind of fingers crossed type of run. Or attack, or whatever battle this time. Okay, we need more bleeding, definitely need more bleeding, like Blood Fury, Fade, Vigorous combo maybe. This guy goes down this time, and 7. Oh boy, yeah, we will going to use the resurrection stuff. Oh no, we got healed back, really cool. But free. Oh no, we have to use the resurrection one. Okay, 100 HP back. Really cool. Fade. Cascade. So let's see. I'm not going to hurt these guys because if I phase there, they'll die. Just because of the finishing move. Really good. Evade, a guard. So our finishing move is brutal, so they just go down. Oh boy, that's a big one. Maybe I should deal with this guy first. Yeah, that was totally my bad. Oh boy, another guy. Yeah, so maybe starting on, you know, like normal. It's not the best idea, but I just want to show you how the game plays on normal, because I mainly played on the easiest difficulty. Ooh, this guy should go down. Okay, Cascade. Let's go Fade. This one dies, so no problem. Okay, so I have to turn. Maybe we should... You know, let's try to get rid of this guy. Okay, they all die. If I turn here... You know, let's go like this. Oof. Cool. So... Bleed. Here we go. We need some extra HP back. Thank you. This guy dies, so I'm just hitting this one. And, well, that's about the... Oh, yes, okay. Extra health. Crimson Cut. Open stuff. Oops. Should have used the Cascade. Never mind. And this dies. Bam. Okay, but I am pretty sure that we will die in the 9th. So lose HP, Misfortune, heal. Oh yeah, we need this. So choose cards. We got maybe Whirlwind is a good idea. And more vigorous combos. Duplicate cards. Let's see, what should we duplicate? I don't know. Maybe double stab and Cascade. Heal. Get a Misfortune card, heal more. Yes, that was a good idea. I think. Or we will see. Okay, so. Blood Fury. Bleed them out. Aggression. Let's Cry. Vigorous combo. Misfortune. And let's go with Whirlwind. Okay. And we are still getting healed if enemies are getting damaged by the bleed, so this is a cool stuff. So vigorous combo. Yeah, this guy. Cut. Extra. So this guy goes down. 10 damage to these. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think this won't happen, but you know, never say never. Cascade. Let's hit this one. It goes down. I can deal some cool extra damage, more damage, really good. So yeah. So yeah, putting bleed on one target only is maybe not the best idea based on how much HP we can get back from bleed. Because maybe we should put stuff on like individual ones. This one is evaded. Gosh darn it, okay, evaded, but still there. Huh. This one goes down. Let me put it. Crimson Strike, okay. Let's go for guard. No extra cards, so let's see what happens. We will die, that's for sure, but what happens if I hit these? Oh yeah, they don't die, unfortunately. Wait, why didn't I get back HP? I dealt damage via bleed. Okay. We will see next time. So daggers to level 2. We got Blade Dance, extremely cool card. We can do like 10 damage, momentum plus 1 damage, and stance cleave, and cleave, it targets the first 2 enemies on a side. We got the Envenom, which poisons, 3 poison and 3 weakness on the target. And we got the Snake, which enemies enter the battlefield with 2 poison on them. So we have a bunch of really cool things that we can mix together There is like medium armor in the game as well, so it is a really cool combo with the daggers. So we had like a first run stats, ended, difficulty is corruption 1, ruins is the area, it's like 37 minutes. This is the final deck. We can check out what happened. We got defeated at the last stage, boon, starting gear, item upgrades, and game mode is standard. So if we go to the shop, we can buy a bunch of stuff, but 34 shard is barely enough. You can check out the masteries, our inventory, and you know, all the cool stuff. So with the appearance, we can change them, but also we can change the background, but we do not have the shard at the moment. So yeah, this was our first run, you know, just to show how the game works. And if you're looking for a deck building game with some really cool extras, if you're a fan of Slay the Spire, for example, you can put different types of attacks to your every third attack, like, you know, effects like critical, extra, stun, trample. You can change the facing of your character. Enemies are going to attack from 2 different, you know, sides. You can get armor both sides. You can block those enemies based on where you face. Also, it's like a story mode, a pretty nicely established world behind the game, lore bits, difficulties, different types of combinations for weapons, trinkets, you know, ring and armor and whatnot. And the game is currently, as I mentioned, in early access with a bunch of extra things to come. So really nice amount of content already in the game. So if you're looking for a cool deck building game and you're looking for some, you know, nice indie, truly indie dev to support, Monastery is a really great choice. This was the first video about the game. We are going to blast it more. I will show you more combos and all the cool stuff. For today, I was The Alchemist, and I'm seeing you with many more awesome indie game gameplays really soon. Take care.